Alex Pruitt, an 8-year-old boy living in Chicago, must fend off international spies who seek a top-secret computer chip in his toy car. Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review, and this time it's on the movie Home Alone 3. If you thought I was done with Home Alone, oh no, this is my last one for a long while, because this was the last one that's in my list for the time being. This movie came out in 1997. It was nominated for 3 awards. Didn't win anything, but it was nominated at least. If a movie was nominated, well then, hey, that's still good. The director in this movie is actually someone that's completely different. In the first two, it was, Chris Columbus. And in this one, it is Raja Gosnell. And the writer for this movie is the same as the previous two, John Hughes. And the people that played in this movie is Alex D. Linz, Oleg Krupa, Rhea Kirsted, Lenny Von Dolan, David Thornton, Haviland Morris, Kevin Kilner, Marion Seldes, Seth Smith, Scarlett Johansson, a young Scarlett Johansson, mind you, Christopher Curry, Baxter Harris, James Salto, Kevin Goodall, Richard Hamilton, Freeman Kofi, Krista Lally, and Neil Flynn. Oh, right, so, my thoughts on this movie. What did I think? This is coming off of the first two. The first one came out in 1990. The second one came out in 1992. This one came out in 1997, which is 5 years later, after the second one. And normally with sequels, sequels tend to be downgrades for the most part. It doesn't always happen that way, but it normally does. And the second one wasn't really too much of a downgrade from the first. It just depends on which one you prefer. The first two movies were iconic for their time. Home Alone and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Both are iconic. Just whichever one is the best to you, really, wins overall. To me personally, it was the first one. This one, however, the third one, I have quite a few things to say about this one. It is not the same actors, not the same director, and to be honest, to me personally, it is a downgrade. It is a downgrade, a major downgrade. And not to say that this movie is bad. A lot of people wrote this movie as a bad movie. Bad movie. And first of all, it was nominated for 3 awards. So it can't be all that bad as people are claiming. I do think the acting is not as good, because the first 2 movies set the bar so high. And this one, I'd say the acting was actually very good for the most part. Very good. It wasn't anything great, but it was very good nonetheless. I think, to me personally, there were times in the movie where the acting was actually very good. Then there was other times where it was actually a little bit better than very good, and other times where it was just good. So, no, I'd have to say very good for the most part. What else? This is a holiday movie, a Christmas movie. I should say Christmas comedy family movie. Yeah. Again, not really suspense or thriller like the first one was. No, because like I said, the first one, it built up so much suspense until everything went down. The second one, took that out. This one, it didn't even come back. It didn't come back. But that's fine. That's fine. Because, truth be told, I think they actually did a pretty good job with the story. So it's the same writer, John Hughes. I'd have to say the plot is actually good. It actually is good. But it's nothing special. Nothing bad. Just good. And it's actually written really well. Really well. Just, it could have been done just so much better. It could have been terminated so much better. Yeah. And in this situation, I don't really know too many actors in this movie. The only one that I know is Scarlett Johansson. And at a very young age, too. And I know which role she played, and she was actually very good. It's just, it's a shame that she wasn't part of the main cast. Yeah. It's a shame that she wasn't part of the main cast, because to me personally, she was the best one there. And she wasn't in too many scenes. No. So yeah, like I said, I think the plot was good, and it was written pretty well. I already said this. Now I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry, everyone. The pacing of the movie. What did I think about the pacing of the movie? Which is something I forgot to touch base on with the original ones, and I'm sorry for that, everyone. I'm sorry for that. I'd have to say the pacing is actually good. Yeah, the pacing was good. Again, the pacing, it was nothing special, it was nothing bad, it was just good. So that being said, IMDb with other users combined gives this movie a 4.6 out of 10. What do I think about that? I don't agree with the rating. I don't. I think that a lot of people, like I said, thought that this was a bad movie because it took out the main cast, because it doesn't measure up to the first two movies. I personally think it's a very good entertaining movie. That's it. A very good entertaining movie. Nothing special about it. And therefore I give this movie none other than a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. That's my rating. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you loved this movie or did not love this movie, you can let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. I always love your comments, whether you love the movies or hate them. You can like this video, like this review, and you can subscribe to my channel if you love my content. So thank you all for taking time to watch, and join me next time for another movie review I intend to do soon. I am out.